Yes, now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Thomas France YouTube channel. Let's talk NXT. It's pretty much a continuation of what we got at Heatwave. I mean, the main event was Lola Vice teaming up with Zaruka against Fatal Influence. I mean, we know Lola Vice is the new challenger for the NXT Women's Championship, which will take place at No Mercy, which is on the 27th of September. So we've still got 3 or 4 weeks until then. Yeah, and I mean, Zaruka have been doing nothing recently besides hanging around backstage segments, so it's probably good that they get involved. I mean, they've always been kind of arguing or kind of having face-offs with Fatal Influence in the back anyway, so they might as well do it, do you know what I mean? But on the topic of Zaruka, NXT have announced that the Speed Championships are moving to NXT. Now, I have no clue what this means. I don't know if this means they're moving Speed, you know, all the Speed matches to NXT, or whether this actually means the Speed Champions are just going to defend it on NXT. I've got no clue. But I know because it's on Twitter, it fell off as something I can watch or as something other people can watch. If Speed was on YouTube, I'm pretty sure more people would watch it and keep up with it, but it's just another one of these little projects that I think just isn't worth it, do you know what I mean? The only time one of these little projects that they did, like, paid off was 205 Live, and I'm so mad they got rid of 205 Live. It was great. They need the Cruiserweight Championship. They need something like that. It's amazing. Do you know what I mean? But anyways, what else happened? Tavion Heights and Tyra May Steele continued on feuding with Ethan Page and Chelsea Green, except this time Tyra had a match against Alba Fire in which she picked up a win, finally, and I think she actually rolled her up, which is crazy for an Olympic gold medalist, but it is what it is. That feud continues on. I'm not sure if they're going to give Tavion a shot at the North American Championship or not, but I'd prefer if they did. As for Tavion's old buddy Miles Bourne, he got blinded by Lexus King last week, and now they're in a blindfold match, and I said I love how they're bringing back some more gimmicks. I love gimmick matches. I love back in the day when they used to do 4 corners of the ring, rope matches, and even blindfold matches. I think back to when John Cena was blindfolded, back to when Triple H was blindfolded. I mean, it's just entertainment. It's a bit of fun every now and then. So yeah, that was a blindfold match, which Lexus King somehow cheated in and then stole the win over Miles Bourne. So they're 1-1. They're probably going to run it back one more time, probably at No Mercy. And maybe this can put Miles Bourne into a different, more kind of interesting storyline. I mean, since Lexus King lost that Heritage Cup Championship, it's kind of been boring. And since Miles Bourne didn't capture the NXT title, they've kind of done nothing with him there either. So I don't know. Yeah, what else happened? Ricky Saints and Josh Briggs both won a shot at the NXT title. Obviously, Josh Briggs has been chasing it. He even fell out with his best friend over the NXT title. And Ricky Saints has always claimed himself to be the next challenger. There's been no sign of Javon. But I'm assuming Javon's injured, given the fact, they're putting him on the shelf for a couple of weeks. Not shoot injured, but like for TV, because he did go flying through the announce desk from the ring on NXT last week, and then also did the same at Heatwave time, I'm imagining, and they're gonna tell the story that he's a bit beat up. And Ricky and Josh fought out for the chance to face for the NXT title, which they had a promo tonight. I feel like they could have done the match next week because we've still got ages to build towards that match at No Mercy, but it is what it is. Ricky Saints won, and we're getting Ricky Saints over Femi at No Mercy. And what's crazy is a couple of weeks ago I was saying NXT has no, like, there's no challengers for the NXT title. There's no main superstars. They're all like on the undercard, and it's crazy. But now they do. After they had the little thing with Miles Bourne, they had the little thing with Inamura and Briggs, we've now got more challengers. We've got Javon fully chasing it. We've got Ricky Saints in there now. Ricky Saints should have been in the main event from the start. I don't know why he wasn't, but he is now, and that's where he should be. And I feel like him and Obafemi are going to put on a great match. So I'm glad that's actually happening, if anything. But off the back of Oba cutting a promo on Ricky, again, which could have happened next week, after the match, Dark State came back in to fight again, but before they ran and rushed the ring, they all cut a promo saying, if you think we're content because we've got the tag titles, then you don't understand us, you don't understand why we're here. So then they rushed the ring and started attacking again. They just attack every week for no reason, but God knows why. Maybe it is for a greater purpose, maybe it is to properly sell the storyline. But Hank and Tank came and made the save, and it's official that next week Hank and Tank will team up with Obafemi and Ricky Saints to take on the whole of Dark State. Anything new? Not really, no, because how many times has Obafemi being in a tag team match against Dark State a lot of times is the answer. I'm trying to think of anything else. Oh yes, Ren Sinclair was going to have a match with, well, the Culling, and her tag team partner, which she didn't prepare, Charlie Dempsey brought it to her. And he brought someone who, last time they interacted, he tried to shoot her down. He tried to say, listen, you're not that good. He tried to give her advice. He tried to one-up and big chest on Kendall Gray. And he brought in Kendall Gray and tried to make it up to Ren Sinclair. And he kind of realised since Tavion Heights and Miles Bourne have left, he needs to be a better leader. And he started understanding Ren a bit more. Now, although Ren and Kendall lost this match, I feel like this is a new role for Charlie Dempsey. There's no more NQCC, but he might be a bit of a manager or a mentor to these female superstars. And Ren and Kendall might have a friendship or might form a tag team. But I see great potential because Ren's got character, Kendall's got in-ring ability. It could certainly be an interesting dynamic that I believe can work as well. Kalani Jordan and Blake Monroe ran it back after 3 weeks ago when Blake Monroe was chased out the building by Jordan Grace and they were putting on a match. And Jordan Grace came again. And she chased out Blake Monroe and it looked like the same thing was going to happen. Kalani was about to win by count out, but Jordan was smarter than that. She had the door locked. She said, Blake, you're not going nowhere. You've got a match. She chucked Blake in there with Kalani Jordan, and Kalani Jordan ended up actually getting the win, pinning Blake Monroe clean. So, yeah, that's interesting. Maybe they're looking to maybe push Kalani Jordan or do something interesting with Kalani Jordan. We know they're continuing the Jordan Grace-Blake Monroe feud, which I've got no complaints about because it's a great feud. Why would I complain about that? You know what I mean? You know what I mean. And besides from that, don't know if there's anything else besides backstage segments. I mean, there was Jada Parker's turning face. She started being nice to everyone in the background. She congratulated Lola Vice and all this, and she was being complimentary. And Lash Legend started arguing with her because they're a bit competitive now. And turns out Lash Legend's been turned into a heel, and Jada's actually becoming a face. And I think this is the right move for Jada Parker, I'll be honest, because people are behind her. And she's always a heel, not really like a heel, but like an anti-hero. She doesn't want more bullshit with anyone. She doesn't care about anyone. She just cares about winning. And I feel like if she's not actually winning anything significant, it just kills her. So the fact that she's turning babyface might put the fans behind her, and it might mean they can put her in some more interesting storylines. So I'm actually a fan of that. But yeah, I think that's most of the things covered, besides just some appearances from Trick Williams. That's everything covered for NXT. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.